Hi, I'm Dave Lieber, and welcome to my show. And yeah, that really is me falling off the stage at Keller High School. My guest today is a roofer, a buddy of mine, and an honest roofer, if you can put those two words together. His name is Sean Becker. Sean, has anybody in your company ever fallen off a roof like that?
Unfortunately, we have had a guy fall off of a roof and hurt his foot, so it happens here and there. But we try to be safe in all tear offs and installations. Painters have fallen off ladders. It's just all about safety and not extending your reach sometimes.
Well, were any of them wearing a tuxedo like I was?
No,
No?
no.
Okay. Well, that was 1998 Keller High School, and I was 5'8" when I fell and 5'7" when I landed.
Oh no.
Well, the reason you're here is because I have discovered the honest roofer in Texas, and his name is Sean Becker. He's sitting right here with me, and honest and roofers don't really go together. So I want to start off asking you a really hard question. All right,
All right.
why is your industry so corrupt?
It's I would say it's high profit margins for the most part. It's easy to get into. There's no licenses. I mean, anybody can call themselves a roofer the next day, and there's so many damaged roofs in DFW or in Texas in general. There's a lot of prey or homeowners and business owners that their doors get knocked, and then they believe these slick talking roofers,
Right.
and then the roofers don't follow through with their word. They say they're going to do a lot of things like install a certain product, and then the homeowners don't know to look at the small details on the packages to know
Yeah.
that they're really getting what they were promised. Or the contracts might be a little bit slippery. They might not put everything in the contracts.
So what's it like to be an honest roofer in a world of corrupt roofers? Are you having to go to people's houses and fix mistakes that original roofers made, or what?
We fix a lot of mistakes that other roofers make. We also look at roofs with integrity. Some roofers don't look at the full property. They only want to look at the most profitable items on the house. So I just really try to think about my morals, and I mean, ultimately, I want to go someplace after I die, and I don't want my job to interrupt that. So the big thing is bigger than profits. It's just about standing what's right and making sure I follow through with stuff. We make mistakes too, and it's owning up to them and
Right.
being responsible enough to say, hey, yeah, I did make a mistake, but we're going to make it right.
And the way I met you was at an author event. And I said, "Are you a roofer?" Because you were wearing a roofer jacket. He said, "Yeah, but I also wrote a book. The book is called Roofs That Last." And what's the subtitle on it? A three-step.
A three-step proven guide to save you time, money, and stress on your roof for good.
Yeah, it's a great book. I read it, and what I like most about it, though, is the way you show everybody what kind of questions to ask and how much they should consider paying and where the money should come from and all these things that most people don't know. So congratulations on that book. It's been out now for what, 3 years?
Yes, 3 years, and it's been a life changer for our company. Really gave me a mission. Like that roofs that last now really stays in my mind when thinking about, hey, should we have the homeowner file a claim, or can we make this roof last a little bit longer till the next storm? And so, I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's a big money saver for people that there's a lot of roofers that are telling homeowners to file a claim every time tiny hail hits a roof. And sometimes you can make it last a little bit longer, and the homeowners save their deductible until they don't have to replace it one time, and then a big storm with baseball size hail knocks it out the very next year. So it saves a lot of people money and time and stress.
how long have you been doing this?
I've been in the roofing industry for 15 years. I've
Uh-huh.
owned my own company for 7, going on 8 this next September.
So one of the things that you do that most roofers don't do is you offer like a roof membership club, where for a certain amount of money you'll come back to your house once a year and do an inspection, right?
That's correct. We offer a membership starting at 150 a year, 250 for 2 years, and really it's awesome for people that have roofs that are not ready to be replaced. There's about 20 to 50 exposed nails on everybody's roof. Exposed nails is where the flashings are, where the chimney flashing, skylight flashing, all the easy places for roofs to leak. Basically, the caulking wears off of these exposed nails every 5 years or so. So joining the membership at 5 years and getting us to recaulk, reseal those nails can extend your roof from leaking or prevent it from leaking for another 4 or 5 years until you need a roof.
Now you did something really incredible in that you created a subcontractor's ethics code. So before somebody comes and works for you as a subcontractor, they have to sign this code, right?
Yes, it's an agreement that we have our subcontractors sign that makes sure that they're going to follow safety and OSHA. They're going to not be a nuisance to the homeowners playing loud music or smoking up on their roof and
Yeah.
and drinking or something like those effects. If they do, we tell them, hey, you signed this contract. Or if they do bad workmanship, they have a certain amount of time to fix it, or we'll hire another roofer to fix it, and it'll be charged out of what we owe them.
Now this is very unusual in the roofing industry to have your contractor sign an agreement. Let's look at the agreement, okay?
Sounds good.
It's very unique. So one is research the company before you hire them, right? Continuing education, do they offer it? Do they conduct a total house inspection? And who's the owner and where's their office? Because a lot of these fly-by-night guys don't have an office, right? They just have a truck.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's very common.
Number 5, pull permits. Did they go to City Hall and pull permits? And a lot of these crooks don't, right? They don't. They
Nope.
stay.
They pretty much don't pull a permit unless they get caught not pulling a permit.
Yeah. And then do they roof year round or not just during storms? That shows their ability to stay afloat the whole year. Are they certified with a shingle company, which you do, right?
Yes.
But a lot of them don't. They just get the cheapest materials they can find. Right?
Yep.
Do you inspect the felt? Explain what that means.
So on tear off, a lot of roofers do not inspect the deck or pull off the felt completely off the roof. That's a big thing. It was popular 10 years ago not to pull off the felt, but we saw a lot of issues when people left the felt on the roofs. There was hidden decking issues. The decking would be rotted underneath the felt, and they would roof over it. When you nail into a rotted piece of decking, wind can rip that shingle right back off pretty easily. When it gets under one shingle, it has something to pull onto to rip off a lot more of the shingles. So,
Gotcha.
and I mean, nobody wants to have rotted decking and then have a leak issue because it was rotted.
Yeah.
And an easy point for more issues to come in with mold and moisture in the attic.
Wow. Okay, let's keep going. We've got number 9. Do they replace the flashing, not just cover it up?
So building code, if you have mangled flashing, you're supposed to replace it. If it's got too many nail holes in it or it doesn't sit flat anymore, you're supposed to replace the flashing. And there's just a lot of contractors that do not replace the flashing.
Okay. And do they have a long warranty or a short warranty for repairs? What's the scale? 1 year to 5 years, 1 year to 10 years?
There's a lot of companies that do 1 and 2 year warranties on their workmanship. We do a 5-year warranty, and so it's really at 5 years. We like to recommend we take off the warranty, so we recommend the membership. That's typically when you need to recaulk the nails, the sealant on the nails and such. So it's good to have us come back out at that 5-year mark.
That's great. And what else we got? We got the last one. Check if they're insured.
So
how do you do that?
You can ask your contractor to put you on on their certificate of insurance as a certificate holder, so they can put your name. A lot of big commercial projects, we put like the church's name at the bottom of our certificate of insurance, so they get notified if we have a lapse of insurance.
Okay.
And that's important if you're doing a long job. You want to make sure that they have insurance through the whole job in case something bad happens.
Okay. Before we move on, I want to emphasize to our viewers that this is not an advertisement. He did not pay to do this. I picked him to come here because of my journalistic discovery of him and my writing about him. So
no, I appreciate it. I was super excited to be on this show, and I've always honored your opinion on finding the scams and finding honest people. So I've been super honored that you were interested in my book in general.
Well, I put you in the Watchdog Hall of Fame, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, as you've gotten this roofing thing going the way you want, you've taken up another project.
Yes. So
let me just say it's called the Multifamily Guide to Energy Savings. And the reason why we're going to talk about this is because a lot of talk in Texas is about homeowner property taxes, roofer. Tenants don't pay for that. But you're talking about helping people that live in multifamily homes. And this is for them. This is for the renters, right?
This is for the renters. It's a big, the Multifamily Energy Savers Guide. I just noticed a gap in information. There wasn't a book out there to help multifamily owners, property owners, learn about HVAC grants, weatherization grants that could help them save a lot of money on making their multifamily units more energy efficient. And then in return, it makes the tenants spend less money on energy. We have some tenants in DFW that they have like 30-year-old AC units that are very inefficient, and these apartment owners keep paying to fix them when the fix might cost more than replacing it with a grant. Mm-hmm. And if you're talking about a 1970s apartment building, they might have R13 in the attic when it was built, and slowly that insulation gets smaller and smaller over the years, and it might be like R8 or R9. Well, with these grants, you can get up to R38 into the attic, and that allows the tenants to have a more comfortable living in the heat of the summer and the cold of the winter. It's easier to cool and heat. And then there's HVAC grants that you can get rid of these old AC units and get a brand new AC unit that's way more efficient. Now these tenants are only paying about $100 a month for their energy bills compared to $600 to $1,000 a month on a 1,000 square foot apartment unit.
So let's say I'm a tenant and I live in an apartment building, and I read your book and it says that I can get 3 or 4 things that I want at a discount. And I go to my landlord and say, look, this book shows that we can do this. And the landlord's going to go, no, I don't want to do it. How do you convince them to jump into the lake and swim?
So, I mean, the book, it just teaches them. It has all the resources in it, where to find the grants, who offers the grants. And the owners, they're going to have to replace the units at some point. And we've found that these big apartment complexes, they're replacing in the summer. They're having down units like 6 a month.
Really?
And maybe more. So they're already spending, $6,000 to $8,000 an AC unit, times six in summer months. So if they just budget for, you don't have to do the whole apartment complex. Sometimes they've replaced a few of them or 20 of them out of the 100. But if you replace, generally it's about 28 or so at a time. You replace 28 units at a time, they're paying $2,000 to $3,000, like $2,500 for an AC unit and the furnace inside.
As opposed to 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9,000, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and so it's a humongous savings for apartment owners, and then they get the warranty on the new AC unit. They also, if they do the weatherization, they're taking advantage of upgrading the insulation, and that's normally done before the AC units are done. So the weatherization helps the AC units work more effectively too. So those brand new units, they're not having to work as hard as the old units with the old insulation. Also with the weatherization, they have replacing all the weather strips on the doors and windows. So it's really making these older apartment buildings more energy efficient. And so the owners of the apartment complex save a ton of money.
Okay.
And then the tenants end up saving a ton of money in energy bills.
Because this is one of my pet peeves. In the newspaper, when I write about property owners, and it's 99% homeowners. And, the poor multifamily people, they don't get the property tax breaks. They don't get the homestead exemption. They don't get crap.
Yeah.
And this book is like one of the first things I've seen in Texas that shows apartment dwellers how to get something. It shouldn't just be property owners, homestead people.
No, and it's you have to be in a certain area to qualify. It's really focused on low income. Either you have to be in a low income area of town, or the apartment complex in general. They take a survey of the incomes of the tenants, and there's a lot of apartment complexes that are not in low income areas that qualify because of the income rates of the tenants.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of apartment complex tenants that one person works out of the family, and so that unit would qualify if a certain amount of units qualify. The whole property qualifies for these grants.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. How'd you end up? You co-wrote this with Will Springer. How'd you end up doing this book?
So it was funny. I met Will Springer through a job that I lost to him.
A roofing job.
Well, not the roof. I was doing the roofs. I was thinking I was going to do a lot of AC units, and then the owner goes, "Hey, wait! I can do a lot more AC units for about half your price." And I was like, "Hold on a second. I need to meet this AC guy, because I know a lot of AC guys." And so I talked to the owner. He said, "Yeah, this AC guy can get me a government grant or a grant, energy grant, and it's going to cost me half of what you want to do half of the units for." And so I meet with Will, and he starts telling me all about these grants, and I questioned him for months and months, and then finally I was like, "Man, we need to team up. I know how to market your company well. We can make a joint venture out of this and really help a lot more people out, a lot more tenants." And
So you're doing roofing and inside HVAC work too now, right?
yes, it's roofing. HVAC is the biggest next thing, and then insulating all these apartments as well. We just finished insulating one apartment complex, and we're starting to insulate another one right now.
Let's pretend that you're talking to a renter who doesn't understand this. Look into your camera and just tell them why this is important and how easy it is for them to do.
So it's super important. It's pretty easy. If you get a copy of the book, I would give it to the property managers, ask them to give it to the owners of the property, have them set up a meeting with me that I can talk them through it, or a meeting with me and Will. Will's the expert on these grants, but we'll educate them. We'll give them a book. We'll give all their partners, their investment partners, a copy of this book as well. That way we can get them on board with saving the money to replace the AC units, get the insulation upgraded, and you'll be in a more comfortable living environment, and it'll cost you a lot less.
And how much does the book cost?
So the books, both my books are $20 on Amazon, and the Multifamily Energy Savers Guide is also on Barnes and Nobles. So $20 a copy, but I'm always willing to give out copies, especially to anybody looking to use us or talk to us about and learn about these energy grants. But if they don't want to talk to us directly, they're on Amazon to buy.
How do they contact you?
They can go on either one of our websites. I got www.brexteriors, BR Exteriors, for Becker Roofing and Exteriors. .com, or they can go to www.themultifamilyenergysavers.com.
Okay.
And if they go to the contact us page, they can fill out the contact us page and put in the message, hey, I'd like a copy of your book, and my address is, my email is this, and we'll get back in contact with them and send them a copy.
So two of the most important things in life in Texas are air conditioning and heating and roofing. And I brought this man in because he has a heart and he cares about helping people, especially those who need help the most. So I'm glad you got to meet Sean Becker. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Dave.
I hope you have a great year.
Me too. Thanks for having me. I've been excited and anxious and a little bit of nervous for this podcast. But I'm honored to be on your Hall of Fame and be invited to this podcast.
We'll get back on a roof and meditate and just hang out and calm down. So, thanks, everybody, and I'll see you at the next Dave Lieber show. Take care. Bye.